What do you mean I'm getting arrested? Well, I only been in General Jerry's house a few times, goddammit!
Mr. Vince McMahon, you're under arrest for invading General Jerry's house multiple occasions. Yeah, Vince, get the fuck out, and you're absolutely arrested. Take him away, officer, take him away.
Jerry, I'll get you for this, you son of a bitch! You absolute wanker! Jerry, you're never gonna get your hands off me!
We're gonna be taking him away, yes, we're gonna put him in the car, please, okay? So yes, have a good day, sir. Thank you very much, officer, thank you. Sorry about that, folks. Vince McMahon, for some reason, tried to come back to my house. He's been arrested. He's gonna be taken away. I don't know if I'm gonna be suing him or not. Very, very, serious things going on here in the General Jerry channel. But anyway, guys, we are here. We are right now talking about WWE Raw. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for your support. I also want to let you guys know that the General Jerry t-shirts, the Jerry World Order t-shirt, is available right now. I'll post a link in the description below for you guys to check it out. And, so let's get into Raw. Let's not waste any time right now. So we're getting straight into the action. Mr. McMahon gets arrested again. Well, he just got arrested there, but he got arrested again on Raw. Mr. McMahon got arrested on Raw. Vince McMahon called the world champ out and then berated him, reverting back to his old Vince McMahon persona. McMahon laughed about how he treated the Wild Samoans. He lined his pockets with their hard work. It angered Reigns to a point where he pushed him down. Basically, Vince McMahon then turned around and said, "Oh, my neck's sore, my neck. And then I was using the hashtag Vince's neck. The police officers came down. They didn't arrest Roman. They were going to arrest Stephanie. I think that if they arrest Stephanie, it would be a little bit, you know, because Stephanie's been arrested a few times, especially after that Nikki Bella fiasco and Brie Bella fiasco. So anyway, Vince McMahon, he overacted a lot. He just went with one of the officers, which was a little bit cringeworthy. And then they arrested him. Some people are saying that this segment was crap. Personally, for me, I thought it was entertaining. It was something that I was finally, like, watching where I was laughing at it. So, I mean, WWE's doing something good. Obviously, this is building up to something, so we can't really judge that segment on the entire Raw, but Raw itself was a little bit hit and miss, you know, kind of summed up this segment. And Vince McMahon got arrested. The highlights was, fans were chanting for Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. Just saying this right now, some of the fans on Raw really kind of annoyed me a little bit because I was trying to like, get interested in this segment, and then you got Daniel Bryan, CM Punk chants or whatever. You know, and I like CM Punk and I like Daniel Bryan, but sometimes it gets a little bit annoying. The crowd itself like I've seen this a lot where some crowds are trying to get themselves over, to a point where you can't really hear what they're saying and it's disrupting the segment. Maybe that's why this segment didn't come off. Maybe Vince McMahon was put off a little bit with the CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, chants. And, yeah. One of my favorite lines was, "I'm not a rich snob, I'm a frickin' billionaire. There's a big difference." And then Reigns saying, "You better speak up, old man." Vince McMahon also says, "You're just one generation away from having a bone in your nose." Don't know about that. Also the mugshot, is pretty funny, as well, which is the thumbnail on this, Vince McMahon's mugshot. It was pretty funny, actually. I thought this segment was okay. I think people were giving it a little bit too much shit, but yeah, I understand why some people were a little bit angry about it. But hey, you know, at least they're doing something entertaining rather than Triple H and Stephanie talking about what happened last week on Raw. So yeah, Kevin Owens versus Neville. You know, basically, Neville wins very cleanly. Neville wins via pinfall. Kevin Owens then beats the crap out of him. And, yeah, there's a lot of shit going down there. Kevin Owens then comes back from a commercial break, beats up Neville. This is obviously to put Kevin Owens over now. The reports might be saying that they might be giving Kevin Owens a little bit of a push past the mid-card to the main event again, but we will have to wait and see. The WrestleMania card's looking a little bit interesting now. At this point, we're starting to see a little bit of what we could see. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Could just say this right now, match of the night. Absolutely amazing match. WWE, that is how you do a Divas Revolution. Banks wins via pinfall. Banks seized control and punished Lynch for a portion of the match, aided by her partners and a good hold on Lynch's tights. Banks took the win. I gotta say, WWE is looking to develop Lynch's character, which I think is very good. It's really good to see an Irish woman, doing well right now. Some people are like, oh, I don't like Becky Lynch and shit like that. You gotta throw some of us Irish, a few things there, you know what I mean? But I think Becky Lynch is doing pretty well. I think that she could do very well for herself, in the WWE, and it does look like they're gonna be giving her somewhat of a push. Kalisto versus Kofi Kingston, another great match. Kalisto wins via pinfall. Kalisto bound around the ring once the fight began. His high-flying moves had him in control throughout. He rolled Kingston up for the win. Honestly, for me, I was a little bit... it was good to see, like, a singles match rather than a tag team match, but, it wasn't the greatest match in the world, but it did serve its purpose, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Sin Cara versus Big E. This was actually a decent match, as well. Big E wins via pinfall. This turned out, obviously, to be a good showcase for Big E. He is highly aggressive and a dominant force as well. Sin Cara fought on, but his arm hung limp on the side. The big man flattered him with the big ending. Another great match, actually. I think it's definitely something that's better because, essentially, what we've seen on previous Raws was that there was too many tag teams. I think what they should do is have these tag teams in singles competition because not only it showcases the wrestler, but it gives incentive for the actual team itself. So when the team comes together and wrestles in a pay-per-view, it's meaningful. But when you're just throwing out tag matches here, right, left, and center, I think that they need to do singles matches, stop the tag team matches, and then, like what they did with the Hardy Boys and Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy and the Dudleys, where they had, like, singles competition and shit like that. But anyway... Big Show returns with a massive Royal Rumble news. This segment, oh sweet Jesus of Christ, was god-awful. And it's a shame because there was a few funny things that happened. Number one, Heath Slater, fucking legend. Hashtag Heath Slater for WWE Championship. I'm joking. But I liked Heath Slater in it. They should have given him more time to talk. Heath Slater is entertaining. As a matter of fact, he got 8th in the top 10 wrestlers of 2015. Heath Slater was number 8, which is pretty fucking good. And maybe, just maybe, WWE should put Heath Slater in the lower card a little bit more, and have him joking about and let him have a good time because, right now, I think that they need someone who's actually funny. Heath Slater is actually funny. He's definitely someone that can fill that void. Goldust was very funny, when he says, the Golden Globes. I burst out laughing at that part. However, the R-Truth thing wasn't all that great. R-Truth did the I forget what's going down thing. He thought it was the Slammies and it wasn't. Please stop this, WWE. It was funny at the start. It's not when you did it the second time. Okay. But then when you keep repeating the same joke over and over and over again, it's just not funny anymore. You're gonna kill the joke itself. That was the problem with WWE. What they always do is that whenever something funny happens, they repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. and eventually it's just not funny anymore. So I hope they stop that. Zack Ryder came in. Some people actually booing Zack Ryder. He followed suit. Zack Ryder, fucking, I don't know. I mean, Zack Ryder, you know, he had a good internet series, but, you know, I think Heath Slater is more funnier than Zack Ryder. Just being honest with you. Heath Slater followed by Big Show. All stepped in the ring. The Giant then clobbered everyone in striking range. R-Truth punched himself, which was kind of funny, but it was still a little bit lame. R-Truth punched himself, fell on the ground. It was a little bit fucking ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. The Miz wears a scarf. That was one of the memorable moments. I need to get me one of those daily planners, R-Truth. R-Truth knocked himself out to avoid the KO punch, but then he got chokeslammed. At first it looked like Ryder and Slater were finally going to get some quality airtime. Instead, WWE chose to use it as the Body's Big Show stepped in the next contest. Honestly, though, I don't see a point in that. This segment was pointless because Big Show could have just said in an interview, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. They didn't need to do any of this. Nobody is convinced that Big Show will win the Royal Rumble. They always do this at the Royal Rumble. Big Show might have a chance to win the Royal Rumble. Big Show ain't got no chance in hell at all. Big Show ain't going to win the Royal Rumble. It doesn't make it logical. And I think Big Show, you know, this segment itself was completely pointless. I wanted Zack Ryder and Heath Slater to have a feud. Zack Ryder is a good guy and Heath Slater is a bad guy, and you have a lower card. Put them in the lower card or pre-show. That's a pre-show. Okay, I'm not saying main event, but I'm talking about, like, in terms of, like, that type of void for, like, a Santino Marella or a, you know, the type of funny parts of WWE. That's something that they could go about because it is lacking kind of good comedy. And Raw, I think they need to write more better comedy things for Raw itself. Ryback then was against Big Show. Ryback wins via countout. Not the best match in the world. Matter of fact, I would say this is the worst match. Unfortunately, these two don't get along, you know, in the ring that much. They don't have a lot of chemistry. Okay, the League of Nations versus the Usos and Dean Ambrose. Not a big fan of these tag teams. The League of Nations win via pinfall. Rusev hip tosses Jimmy into the corner, and Ambrose, what the fuck is that word? Anyway, Ambrose is on the floor after the Owens attack. The match was very, very standard, very average, so, you know. John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. Fucking terrible. I mean, Bencher's giving it an A. Gonna be honest with you, I thought Cena would have won the championship. The match itself was good, it's just the finish I wasn't happy about. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy about that. But, you know, it did kind of serve its purpose. John Cena against Alberto Del Rio. So, yeah. The match was pretty decent, although I'm kind of glad Cena didn't win it. I can't believe I'm even saying that I probably would want Cena to win. But, you know, I honestly thought Cena might win. I called it that this was going to be a championship match. People were very unclear. You know, my pre-show, because that's why you gotta subscribe to the General Jerry channel, because it's all popping off right now. Are you, or you just a punk bitch? That was Cena. You're a gutless, spineless, worthless, that one-hit wonder that gained a championship but lost his manhood. Cena, I mean, you know, Del Rio has beaten Cena before. He's hardly a one-hit wonder. The audience in Brooklyn is tougher than you. Kind of heelish in a way, but, Cena drop kicks Del Rio midair. Del Rio counters the attitude adjustment into a cross armbar. Honestly, people were saying, people said, oh, it's great, Cena's back or whatever. I don't know. Personally, for me, you know, I'm not particularly too happy about it because that wasted time that they had with this Seth Rollins and Sheamus and shit like that. They could have actually built a mid-carder as a main eventer while Cena was away. And then when John Cena turns up, you could have them two wrestle in the Royal Rumble or do something like that. It's a wasted opportunity, and now WWE does very likely that they're going to be taking the easy route to this. So, yeah, Cena gonna bury people again, C-Nation. Yeah, Jack. I'm gonna get everybody. Yeah, I'm John Cena. I'm wearing a green shirt. I'm doing it for the Irish, C-Nation. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. And then obviously something else happened. It was Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac, showed up as well. Vince McMahon came out at the end of the show. Vince McMahon walked down, he came back from jail, and he basically said that, Sheamus and, Roman Reigns will be competing for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Vince McMahon is the special guest referee. Very, very smart booking because it's gonna get people to watch the show next week. This is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. We needed incentive to watch Raw week in and week out. Before, it was like you could watch one Raw or you could watch the pay-per-view, skip the whole month, watch the pay-per-view, know exactly what's going on, then watch the next Raw, then skip the whole month and then go to the next pay-per-view. You know, Raw was kind of filler. But yeah, very good to see that happening. Very good to see that they're at least trying to do some entertaining things. Raw for me will get a 6. Raw for me is gonna get a 6.9 out of 10. Slightly above average with certain matches, but lacking in some others. Raw again, very hit and miss, but again, it's good to see what they're doing with the Divas Revolution. They're finally listening to the audience. Those John Cena fans will be happy that he's back. I'm not, but hey. And obviously Vince McMahon will be on Raw next week. So it is looking pretty exciting right now. Indeed, it's looking very, very exciting. Bit of a long video here, folks. Sorry about that. But also, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing a New Year's Eve hangout. I'm gonna try and get it all sorted. I'll let you guys know about that. Might do a New Year's Eve hangout. We'll see what's gonna go down, if I'm doing anything. I was actually on Wrestling Jesus' hangout there last night. I was a bit bored. WJ invited me, and I was actually on a few hangouts actually, so oh yeah, and also I got nominated for an award. I actually want to say this. I'd like to thank Dark Horse Danielson. I got nominated for Best YWC Channel. There's Andre Kerville's in it, Wrestling Jesus is in it, I believe, there's a few others in it, I'm in it. The fact I got nominated is fantastic, because I only started this off like 4 months ago, this channel, and the fact I'm getting nominated, the fact I even got nominated is fantastic enough, so, thank you Dark Horse. And I think Polston's working on it as well. He's doing a few things there. So I'd like to thank you guys for nominating me. The fact I got nominated is a real honor. So thank you so much. I was even, I think, nominated on Burstown's award. There's a few people doing YWC awards. Very good to watch. I actually do enjoy, the YWC awards. I actually do, because it's kind of funny. You're just like, I'm gonna win! But, honestly, for me, the fact that I got nominated, I'm happy enough, you know what I mean? But, I'd like to thank you guys for even nominating me, because, and that's a very hard category, because you have Andre Kerville, Wrestling Jesus, Off the Rope Show, me, there's a few others. It's a very hard category, because I think a lot of people in the YWC were definitely on point this year. Especially some of the videos were definitely on point. But, once again, I'd like to thank you all. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.